With India and the United States of America announcing the Predator deal, Pakistan has begun its search for a similar weapon system. Pakistan has now knocked on China's door with the request for the CH-4 unmanned combat aerial vehicle. Pakistan, remember, already has 3 CH-4s which attempt to do what the MQ-9 Predator does, but is known for technical snags as well. Now, Pakistan is keen to buy 4 more CH-4s, but has just asked China for the weapons for the UCAV. Now, Pakistan's Navy has asked China for 8 AR-1 missiles as well to fit on the CH-4 UCAVs. It is a $1.7 million deal with Aerospace Long March International Trade Company. The AR-1 has a maximum range of about 10 kilometers. If we talk about the specifications, can be launched from high altitudes as well as a missile for UCAV is expected to be. The missile can be used against groups of soldiers, tanks or small warships. Pakistan has already bought 3 CH-4 4s in July 2022, is looking for 4 more. Let me go across to Srinjoy joining us with the latest. That's Pakistan's plan to counter India's acquisition of the Predator. We've seen the kind of success we've met as far as the visit of the Prime Minister to United States is concerned. But tell us more about this counter strategy that Pakistan is resorting to. What are the CH-4s all about, Srinjoy?
Well, this is Pakistani Me Tooism. This is, okay, America has given India 31 Predators, or will give 31 Predators. We need a few more. Therefore, America is not going to give Pakistan anything. No other country will give Pakistan anything. Pakistan doesn't even have much of the money for it. But it can go to China, and China can give something which is close to what the Predator is, or similar to what the Predator is. So the CH-4 is something, a UCAV, but it needs missiles. It needs missiles, which is why Pakistan has gone to China saying, can you give us these AR-1 missiles? They have a range, as you rightly said, of 8 kilometers, and we want these missiles for our CH-4. It's a $1 million deal, $1+ deal, and they want these missiles for the CH-4. It is, as I said, Me Tooism. India has 32 Predators. Of course, the Americans will not give us anything. Of course, the West will not give us anything. Of course, most countries will not give us anything. So let's go to China, and maybe China will help. And in this case, China has said, okay, we've given you 3 CH-4s in the past, and we'll give you 4 more. And we could well give you 8 missiles to go with it, 8 air-to-ground missiles with a range of 8 kilometers. That's a 12 million yuan deal, and that's going to happen very soon. But it's a typical situation with Pakistan, a country with no money, a country with no friends, running to China because they feel threatened by this deal.
Very interesting. It's a typical situation for Pakistan, but a typical situation for China as well. Interestingly, China may have agreed to this deal or this proposal on part of Pakistan, and Colonel R.S.N. Singh can perhaps come in on this, given the kind of relationship that India has continued to share with the United States and how it has grown under the leadership of President Biden and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, striking these very interesting deals in the United States on part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that's what Pakistan is resorting to, Colonel R.S.N. Singh, and China willingly helping out Pakistan despite the recent snubs only because of this joint effort, perhaps on part of India and United States, to corner the aggressive China.
Let me put it this way. You all know that this was the 3rd state visit, by any head of state or a prime minister during Biden's tenure. The one was France, and then South Korea, and now India. Now all these 3 states are swing states as far as world geopolitics is concerned. And India being a swing state as far as this Indo-Pacific region is concerned, this kind of a strategic partnership where, strategic weapons are on offer, like the Predator, we are taking. If you say that we are, there is a revolution in military affairs and we are moving towards, unmanned platforms. So this is a very formidable platform. You all know 1900 kilometer surveillance area, 35 hours endurance. It can fly at 50,000 feet, and so all those details. But what has happened is that there is no doubt, absolutely no doubt about it, that we have underscored that we will do anything and everything to ensure the free navigation through the South China Sea, or for that reason any watery body, oceanic or sea body. So therefore, whether you call it that we are being armed, or there are strategic partnerships being forged to contain China, I don't want to go into that. Okay. Of course, those geopolitical elements are always there, and that is why I said that India is the swing state. So if the Chinese want to bleed Pakistan, well, I think they are already on the verge of they are gasping for breath, and this will be the final nail on the coffin.
Okay. Mr. Singh, thank you for speaking to us. Srinjoy, Pakistan has already bought 3 CH-4s in July 2022, looking for 4 more. China more than willingly wanting to fulfill this wish on part of the strategy that India and United States perhaps may come up with. That can be an apprehension, of course. Saudi Arabia and Iraq have the CH-4 as we speak. This is to fight the ISIS, I believe. India will also soon have 31 Predator drones from the United States of America. If you could just break down, the CH-4 versus the Predator. What are the specifications, really?
Very simply, the CH-4 aims to copy what the Predator is. So when you're doing a copy, you will not be half as good. So that's what we know. From what we've heard from our sources, the CH-4 aims to do a lot of things, but it's often very inefficient, and a lot of times it needs serious work in a sense that it's breaking down often enough. That is the background of the CH-4. It's not a reliable instrument. It's not a reliable weapon system. There is no dispute on that one. Again, this AR-1 missile that the Pakistanis want from the Chinese is actually a knockoff. It's like a knockoff of the Hellfire. Now, once you have a knockoff, it will never be the real thing. So once again, the CH-4 is a knockoff, is an aspirational thing. The AR-1 is a knockoff, not the real stuff. Okay, a knockoff. And Pakistan has no other choice to buy it, because where else will Pakistan buy this from? Where else will Pakistan get this from? So in order to do this Me Tooism, they can only go to China. And when they go to China, they get what the Chinese have, basically stuff that are knockoffs.
But as far as the Pakistani financial condition is concerned, we know that Pakistan really has no money. And in that sense, is Pakistan ready to face this kind of a financial consequence of perhaps not being able to repay China? How are they going to deal with the situation?
Well, Pakistan, you're right, in a way. Pakistan has no money. The people are hungry. There is serious economic distress. There is no dispute about that. But on the other hand, the Pakistani armed forces is not short of money. It's a very dichotomous situation. The Pakistani government, the Pakistani people have no money, but the Pakistani armed forces has no shortage of funds. So it's because the Pakistani army and the armed forces have no shortage of funds that the people of Pakistan, partly at least, are in such pitiable state. There have been floods, there's been economic distress, there are all these things. And one of the reasons is, of course, the fact that the Pakistani armed forces have never been short of funds.
Okay, so the Pakistan wants to now procure CH-4 UAV from China. This, of course, to counter India's Predator. Let's see how this plays out. It is designed for high-altitude missions over land and sea, can fire its weapons up to 5,000 meters. But like you're pointing out, a lot of technical snags have also been reported as far as the CH-4 is concerned in the past. Thank you for breaking down all those details, Srinjoy. We take a quick break. With that, more news and updates on the other side. We'll be right back.